Hello everybody and welcome to Dan Arms Tech, and I hope you're doing well. And today we're going to be checking out this. Now this is the Eivotor 720p webcam. Now the reason I picked this up is because it was dirt cheap over on Amazon and wanted to bring you a real budget option for if you're streaming, recording, Zoom, Skype or anything else along those lines. Like I said, it is a really budget webcam at 720p. So what we're going to go ahead and do is plug, play and see what it's actually like. So here is the contents of the box. Up first you do get this review card. Now this does have an unhappy face and a happy face on it, so if you're unhappy or happy with the product, go ahead and let Eivotor know. Second up is your webcam, and then you do get a user manual. Now I never really need to look at these user manuals because they're generally plug and play and quite easy to set up, but what I want to point out, it does say HD 1080p over on the user manual. It also says that on the Eivotor webcam, up in the top left hand corner here, HD 1080p. Now this was listed over on Amazon as a 720p webcam, so obviously I want to go ahead and check out the resolution. I'm also going to compare it to the Zuli webcam that I reviewed last week. So first up, looking at the webcam, it does have a 360-degree rotation and it's a very similar design to the Zuli webcam that I did obviously review. Now it does have obviously your monitor stand, again foam padding underneath here to be able to put it wherever you want, and the forwards and backwards motion of the webcam to adjust it to wherever you want. Now you do get this little ring in the middle of the webcam, and that is to adjust the zoom on the webcam. So obviously no autofocus, and I'm going to go ahead and check that out as well. But what we're going to do now is let's get this hooked up, let's get it on OBS and let's see what it looks like without a green screen and with a green screen on there as well. And let's check out that resolution.
So then, here's the webcam all set up. Now it is USB 2.0, so obviously nothing spectacular. You can get USB 3.0 webcams out there, but obviously that's not going to matter too much. Now the resolution that I'm using at the moment is 1280 by 720, so 720p, and the image quality isn't that bad. I've obviously adjusted the focus on the lens as well to obviously get me all in the picture. Now obviously there are a few things with the webcam. As you can see, my lights behind, there is some glare, and that's because they're pointing right at the lens of this camera, but obviously that is going to be different, for instance, if you're streaming or if you've got overhead lighting not pointing directly into that eye. However, moving on and going to the background. Now obviously, as you can see, my background at the moment is obviously a standard picture. Now obviously the color correction does obviously change if you do something like this. So I'm just going to go to maybe this, for instance, as you can see, that purple is really in my face. So just be mindful of whatever background that you are going to have. It could obviously differ on the picture. So what we're going to go ahead and do now is just go over to filters and bring filters over here. So whilst I'm adjusting the filters, as you can see, I've got bicubic 1280 by 720, and I'm now going to adjust this to the 1920 by 1080 and just bring me up a little over here. And as you can see, again, the image quality isn't that bad as I'm moving it round. Obviously the wider out you go, you are going to see some fuzzing, mainly around here and mainly around there. But overall, not a bad image quality for this webcam. Now obviously I'm not going to tell you the price at the moment, but what we're going to go ahead and do is set up that screen. I'm going to run through some Modern Warfare, maybe do some multiplayer, not Warzone, and actually see what the green screen is like, setting that up and using that control. The other thing I wanted to show you just before I go is on the configure video. So you go to properties and you bring up this panel here. As you can see, everything is set to default, configure video, and these are your options. So you can adjust these if you wish. Now obviously overexposure, you can obviously minus it or you can increase it depending on what you want. So obviously might keep it at 4, that's actually quite bright. But yeah, we'll keep it there. So like I said, image quality isn't that bad, and the latency of this webcam isn't that bad either. Now the only other thing I want to say is that there's no indication or no privacy filter for this webcam, so you don't know if you're on unless you've got something like OBS showing, and obviously no privacy filter over the top of it. Could be a bit of an issue at times, but nevertheless, decent quality. Let's jump into the green screen test and obviously some Modern Warfare.
then let's talk about the Eivotor webcam, and would I actually recommend this if you were going to buy one? Yes and no. I'd recommend it because actually the resolution is pretty good if you're going to be doing something like Zoom, Skype, or any communication over sort of video conferencing. This would actually be a pretty decent webcam for the price. However, if you were going to look at it from a streaming point of view, then this webcam probably isn't going to be the best for you. Now, I had about 15-20 minutes of trying to set this up for a green screen. As you could see from the image, which I will put on there now, you can see a bit of the green around myself, you can see a bit of green around the microphone, and you can see the fuzz in the bottom left and right hand corners as well. It did all right, but it wasn't absolutely fantastic. However, if you were going to use this and you were starting out for streaming and you haven't got yourself something like a green screen, or you haven't got the lights, then this is going to be a great little budget option for getting you started. Bar that, unless you've got some extra money, then I would recommend going for the Zuli webcam that I tested out last week. Now, this one only comes in at just shy of £27 at the time of recording last week's video and this one. As you can see, they are a pretty similar design. Both got that 360 degrees, backwards and forwards motion, and also the desk clamp or monitor clamp. So overall, I would get this if you were starting out. If you're not starting out and you can afford something a bit more, then the Zuli webcam is going to be fine. This webcam at the moment comes in at just shy of £10 at the time of recording this video, so the price you can't beat. But the quality isn't going to be great if you're going to be streaming full time. However, if you want to check out the webcam, I will leave a link in the description down below to everything that I've used, and including last week's video of the Zuli webcam as well. However, that does it for me today, so if you did like the video, then go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Any thoughts or questions that you do have, leave those in that comment section down below, and go ahead and share the hell out of the video. It really does help out the channel. Whilst you're there, go ahead and click the red bar, it says subscribe, and click the bell icon for more notifications from myself. And like always, I shall see you in the next video.